Tonight, synagogues all over the country are thinking about reproductive justice. This week's Torah portion contains the law on which most Jewish understandings of abortion are based, and so the National Council of Jewish Women has made this Repro Shabbat. No matter what your position on abortion, I hope we can agree that since Roe v. Wade was overturned, far too many people are living in fear. As we prepare to recite Hashkiveinu, our prayer that calls down God's Sukkot Shalom, God's shelter of peace, I am thinking of all the people who I want to include in that protective shelter. I'm thinking of anyone in Texas who needs an abortion for whom the services they require are nearly or effectively out of reach. I'm thinking about the person struggling with an unplanned or unwanted pregnancy who feels alone and scared. I'm thinking of anyone whose pregnancy was very planned and very much wanted, but whose pregnancy has taken a dangerous turn and who now has to travel out of the state to access urgently needed health care. I'm thinking of the healthcare providers who struggle to give their patients accurate information and comprehensive care in an incredibly perilous environment. I'm thinking of people facing infertility and the difficult and demanding journey to create the family of their dreams, which is now more complicated than ever. I'm thinking of all who feel they cannot tell their stories of their reproductive lives for fear of stigma or shame, who are in need of affirmation and love. Tonight in my Hashkiveinu, I will ask God for a Sukkot Shalom, but I'll also ask God for a Sukkot B'tichot, a shelter of safety, so that all can get the health care they need. I'll ask God for a Sukkot Gvura, a shelter of courage for all who fight for a more just, less fearful world. And I'll ask God for a Sukkot Ahava, a shelter of love, so that all know that God loves and affirms the decision they make about their bodies and their families and sees them as holy. May these Sukkot be strong and expansive, big enough to hold all who seek their shelter. Please join us in Hashkiveinu.
Hashkiveinu